The best of everything. That's what I wish for you.
Go on, mate. Absolutely. 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 But we saved the fight till the 29th. It's a press conference.
So long as you guys are willing to come down to Brighton for the press conference, that's fine.
He's the champion. Why have we got to go to Brighton? See, here we go again.
Well, don't come.
Here we go again. You're supposed to be a joint... Guys, you're looking forward to going to Brighton.
Brighton has a lovely beach, seaside. Come down and enjoy.
That's why you did so well as a promoter. Right. Crazy. I mean, that's what that's. So this is the irritating stuff that you get. The European, sorry, the British and Commonwealth and the Europeans we're going to Brighton because you want it in Brighton. I mean, what respect is that to him as a champion?
We don't need to do a press conference before a week before the fight. In
You
my view, Christopher Jr. will be training. Okay, but let's see what happens. Who knows? It's possible. Everything's possible.
Well, I've got to tell you something. If there's no press conferences and we're not doing anything, and if you're calling this being the press conference, then I don't know where I'm at with this because that is not good enough for me. It's not good enough for the press. It's not good enough for the public. It's wrong, and you know it's wrong. And it's just another demonstration of you being awkward for no reason. It's crazy stuff. Why would you even think about that?
Think about what? Having him come down to Brighton?
Yeah. Why would you even? Not just him. What about the press?
Everything is possible.
What about the press?
Everything's possible.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we're going to wrap this up because I'm going to have to go and get some more anodine. Thanks very much for coming along. Thank you, young Christopher, for coming here today. Appreciate it. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Ron. All the guys, thanks very much. See you.
Police work in the United States, in Louisiana, and Africa. Let me say that again. Africa. One more time. Africa. A very well-kept secret. I've been in Rwanda. I've gone guerrilla trekking. You will get some videos uploaded to my YouTube channel in the not too distant future. I've been kissing giraffes, beautiful creatures. You know, one of the aspects which really stood out to me is the fact that they glistened. The health of these animals is extraordinary. Why? Because they're eating vegetation, and only vegetation. So it goes to show me that when you're eating, I suppose, food that's processed and not vegetable kind of based, you can't shine, you can't glow, you can't be as good looking as you could be, like those giraffes and bucks. All the animals, they just, I mean, if putting aside the ones which have hair, the sheen is something else. So it just proves that vegetation, eating greens, is just very powerful.
Okay. Why Rwanda specifically?
It's a very well-kept secret. It's a beautiful place. I mean, so clean. And you go out into the country or into the forest or the jungle, it is just an incredible place. You know, and unfortunately, all we ever get in the news is that there are things which are, you know, it's like a negative conversation about Africa, but it is beautiful.
Okay.
Just in between the two boxes?
In between the two, please, yeah.
Is that right? I'll take it back.
Please.
Perfect. Actually, you know what? No, not today. Let them do it. They're good.
Okay, both looking in, please, yeah.
Let's go for it. And the point of fact is this: champions make belts. Belts don't make champions. Now, as far as I'm concerned, when last I saw, there was it was on the front page of a magazine, and someone was lifting up his top lip like he was a horse, and you could see there was a tooth missing, and he wants the other one.
I don't want the other one. I want the whole set.
I
want the whole row of my mantelpiece. That's what I want.
Oh, you said something about your mantelpiece. You really want to actually frame them?
I've got a spot dedicated to James the Girl's teeth on my mantelpiece. So within the next few months, I'm going to have a set of the upper teeth to put on there. And your belt.
You do understand that we're not comedians. We're not run no joke. We don't run jokes. We don't tell jokes. So even though it may sound funny, we're coming for you. We've been seasoning you, marinating you. That's right.
Chris,
He's got the kitchen. Huh? I've got the utensils. What a beautiful word. Huh? And we're going to cook you.
Chris, you feel like you're going to have to, rather than through Twitter and through the press, you're going to have to, if you want the fight with DeGale, make a formal offer to DeGale. Is that not the way to do it, surely?
What we're doing now, we're just warming him up. We're coming. James, we're coming. Formally, we'll be in touch on Monday. We're not around. Oh, I mean, sorry, we don't play. It's a Jamaican term. Sometimes my mother's tongue sometimes has a way of actually coming out unconsciously. Forgive me, please. Unbearable. And only in that moment do you see a man. Look, here's how greatness approaches you. Bear with me. You're on the beach. It's sunny. You're sunbathing. You have strawberry ice cream by your side. You have, let's say, a lady, or your family, or your friends with you. Then, out of nowhere, comes a situation of violence. Now, in that moment, will you get up and go towards that violence to save others?
Okay, and
If you will, if you put your life on the line, then you will get greatness, but your life will be on the line. And that's where what they refer to
Watch everything the lead up to the fight.
self-preservation. It's not cowardice, it's self-preservation. No one's a coward for running to save their life because it's a human.
This is Chris Eubank Jr. Watch the lead up to my fight on
It's
360 live on ITV Box Office. Is it live on ITV Box Office or just Box
it's
Live?
a position of. Surely you can. I think I've explained.
I think you have.
Yeah, I mean, it's to go looking for greatness is madness. Because you may be putting your life on the line. So you don't go looking for it, just stay in character. We're happy. The only people who seem to be a little bit shaky is Sky. If this fight doesn't happen, it's because of Sky. Eddie's done his job. We are ready to sign. Sky have to actually make sure the deal works for Britain's fighter, British champion. Would you say that's fair to say, Eddie?
yeah.
And there you have it.
I would say, as in all deals, everybody's got to be happy.
Everyone's going to be happy. But and hold on, before you, I must say, he says everyone has to be happy. The first dollar should always drop to the fighter. That's how I'm going to change the game. It should not be the broadcaster first and the fighter second. God forbid, the broadcaster first and then the promoter. No, the fighter should be the first person to get the first dollar that drops. Nothing unreasonable about that. And so here is the deal. The deal is, if the first dollar that drops comes to Junior, that fight will sign. If Sky say they want the first dollar, they're the ones who are going to be killing this deal. Is that fair to say? This is the man to back.
48 hours. 48 hours.
If it's not done in 48 hours, it won't happen.
Cool.
But we want to sign. Sky? It's all in the eye, it's all in the hands of Sky. And so, for all you aficionados, you fans, petition Sky to make this deal happen.
Why are you being quiet about this one?
I'm not talking. I mean,
Yeah, is what Chris saying right?
Why are you scratching your chin?
Because not all of what he says is right.
What? Tell me what's wrong in what I'm saying then.
Because there is a policy and a deal in place. You're trying to change that, and I understand that, and that's why we'll have our meeting on Monday. But
It's not that I'm trying to change it. Look, you know,
in fact,
who takes the risk?
the fact is that the bottom line is that the fight is there, and if you want it, you can have it.
No, we are ready to. We will sign on Monday.
well,
Sky are the. But,
No.
that's what the meeting's going to be about.
No, well, we'll see what happens Monday. The deal is there. It's ready to go.
Put the pressure, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Put the pressure on Sky to sign the deal. Give Junior. Listen, they've got to back him. He's the one taking the risk.
Are you saying you want more money from Sky? What are you saying?
No.
What is it?
Actually,
What is
the first dollar that drops should be. That golf swing of mine is just a little bit off, as you can see. Let's go. Let's do this.
Do you know what, Christopher? As we would say where I live in Essex, you are absolutely off your nut.
English.
English, you are absolutely off your nut.
Well, let me tell you. The one thing that I mustn't be is what keeps people in their place, which is normal. We have to be crazy, we have to be deluded, we have to be nuts. We have to be the nuts. We have to be the bollocks. That language is acceptable. Please.
How are you?
I am excellent, thank you.
Interesting press conference today. It was a different setup here. I suppose it's your
Different.
Different, yeah.
The setup was professional.
Professional and different.
Sophisticated. On point. Eubank-esque. 1 minute. Please, carry on. Can you take a beating and stay there? He did. 3 rounds, got battered. This is a middleweight. That was a heavyweight. Cuban first team. So the way in which he's being brought up, he's being built by a fighter, not a promoter, not a manager. No disrespect to Dave, but what was your record as a professional?
What was that got to do with it?
The way in which you would have built your fighters isn't the way I would have built my fighters. And so from that point of view,
You said fighters.
I'm talking about Mr. Dora.
Right, okay.
So in terms of what you've actually given him, it just will not be able to compare to what I've given to this fighter here, in my son. And so from that point of view...
But in what regard?
In what regard? We'll have that conversation after.
No, you asked it here. You brought up my record as a fighter.
What was your record?
What has that got to do with anything?
Well,
Everybody knows
if you're not
that I didn't do anything.
I'll
Answer it now. Everybody knows
Hmm?
that as a boxer, I didn't cheat. I won an Aries title.
That
was it. That was it.
Okay, and...
That was it.
And
But
I can make my point
can
now.
I just...
Sure you can.
But has that stopped me from doing anything as a trainer or a manager?
No, of course not.
So what has my record got to do with it?
Well, I'm making the point now.
Okay.
The point is that because of your lack of experience in what happens when it comes to inside the ring, because of your lack of, you can only pass on so much information to Tom, in my view.
In your view?
Yeah, and in my view, the information that I've passed on to Junior from, I'm talking about from the age of 0, he has seen the cut of a champion. And that is what is fueling him to do what he's doing just now. as British champion.
Okay. So can I just ask you this? So every world champion that's out there that's been trained or managed by someone, has every trainer or every manager been a successful boxer who's turned out a successful fighter?
That's not my point. You can take that up with the press in a minute. The only point I'm making
Yeah,
is
but
that...
that's what making the point's irrelevant.
Sorry.
My career's got nothing to do with that. He's his own man.
Yeah.
What's that got to do with my career as a boxer?
You're the one who's actually managing him.
Yeah?
Okay, and I'm just saying your experience, compared to my experience, puts him at a disadvantage. Wouldn't you...
My experience as a manager.
Yeah, wouldn't you...
Do you know what I've done as a manager? Do you know what I've done as a trainer?
I'm having a press conference with the media. I've actually made my point.
Yeah, but again, you're just such a disrespectful man. There's no reason for that.
I'm not being disrespectful to you.
What?
No,
Jibber jabber about
I'm talking
about relevant.
I'm talking about the comparison in terms of the fighters that we are representing. And what I've given to my fighter as opposed to what you've given to yours.
What did you give to him when your son beat him?
So if I can go on and move on.
What did you give to him when Billy Joe Saunders beat him?
I'll move on.
How do you like me now?
You know, we are the Eubank. We don't tiptoe. We're here. We're in your face. We are fierce, and we are going to entertain you. If you see any strings or wires hanging out, then you tell me, because we need to look good. We don't come half-arsed. Okay.
Looks like we're going to a rodeo.
A rodeo. A rodeo. Is this with the horses?
You're going to get chucked off, mate.
Me? Sounds like you're from the opposing team.
Sure am. You'll see on Saturday night.
Yeah, we're going to season you. We're seasoning and we're cooking you.
You like a good ride.
Hello, my king.
Oh, you want a bite now?
I'll bring my boomerang. I got a boomerang there. You want to have
See
a
your
fight?
bag?
Got my nalla too.
This is what we're going to do. Wait, you have to get out of the ballpark. Watch. It looks like a game, but we don't play.
We're not here to play.
That's right, neither are we. We just do it with a touch of pizzazz, a touch of
we do it with
decency.
class.
Indeed, class.
You'll see it on Saturday night.
Yes, we are going to see and he is going to see.
Might shut you up for a
I
while.
do, yeah, it's just this clip's
I beg your pardon?
It might shut you up for a while.
I haven't been talking with you. I'm just trying
You
to,
didn't do a
I'm
lot
trying
of
to
talking
lighten
on
the
TV
mood.
then.
I'm trying to
Are
lighten
you
the
able
mood.
to just stick that on, see on the right hand side, on this side?
Everybody feels as though
It's a nightmare, isn't it? John, are you able to clip that on there?
let's not talk too loud. Let's not cause any. No, we're here to show. We are showmen, and we back it up. Well, fists.
We'll see you Saturday night.
Yes, indeed, we will. 1 week on Saturday. 1 week tomorrow.
Well, you count the days.
We do. Yeah, that's what we do. Are we ready?
Just going to finish when it'll be mic'd up, then we're straight on. Okay, Paddy, you happy? Yep.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Just bear with us one sec.
You done, Paddy?
Yeah, I believe so. Just want to double check with the gallery. Yeah.
I want to say something to Nigel, Mr. Bennett, about Conor. See, Conor may actually turn out to be a good fighter one day. We don't know it yet. But it's not the boxing of which I'm concerned with. I'm concerned with the ordinary life. The people. Who are your friends? Who are you moving about with? His father should be there to watch that. Now, he sentences. This took him off track and maybe made him the fighter that he became, maybe he could have been a better fighter if he wasn't involved with those mates who introduced him to that ordinary life. Your father knows to be here.
Who are you to talk about my life? Who are you to talk about my life? Who are you to talk about my personal life in front of all these cameras? Who are you? I find that extremely disrespectful.
No, it's not.
That is very disrespectful. It's none of your business. You want to talk about my dad, talk about him. Don't talk about me and come with all that. Tell him about my life.
I would like
Don't talk about my life in front of these cameras. That's my
personal
life.
I don't know about your life.
You want to talk about my boxing? Fair enough. Don't talk about my personal life.
Okay.
I talk about my boxing.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
And my personal life.
Okay. His boxing life will be better protected if his father is involved with him. Because his father will protect him against the things which happen to him. So when the father is close, the fighter is better protected. This is what I was saying. It is in support of you. It's not against you, and I'm not trying to embarrass you. I want the best for you. You may have what it takes. You may have that spirit, that energy that your father had. What I'm worried about is the outside, the parties, the girls, the media, the guys who throw you off track. That's why Junior is protected, because I'm not moving away from him. I'm always there watching everybody around him. And I'd like the same for you. It's in support of you that I say what I say. No disrespect meant. Back to the fight.
You haven't had a go at Dillian White. Thanks, Robbie.
Back to the fight. But because of my rhetoric, because of my language, I think I've scared a few people. You know, just pretend I'm a storyteller. It's not real. Come on, James. George. You know we're just guys, okay? Fight him. But if you can listen, then you have a humility. And if you have a humility, then you can go to the top. This is the reason I was able to actually change the game and make box office become, you know, a reality. Why? Because you may laugh, but I was always humble. Always. In the ring, never. You're always going to see that. You're always going to see, but outside of the ring, always humble, always willing to listen to not just my elders, anyone who had sense to speak. So, you know, when you can be gallant, you know, when you understand chivalry.
Hey, how you doing? You all right? All right, my man. Yes, sir.
I've just spoken to him. He's going to give you 2 lessons. Okay? Yeah, we'll what? Yeah.
I'll arrange it for the gym.
You
so
arrange it?
just give me a call.
Yeah.
Well, you know, man, him to work before.
But he's not remembering, so he's not using it.
Listen, I never forget before you came.
Yeah, but you're not using it. You don't forget it, but you're not using it. You need to use it. You know, you talk about this. He's not using it. He's doing this. He's doing this. No, okay, no.
Put it back on and take it off. You're about to make him sweat.
No, with me.
There you go. I'm just saying. Are you gonna just hold a hand there?
I know it's coming.
I gotta make sure that my hands gonna be there.
And then lastly, we have the Anthony Joshua.
It ain't going nowhere.
Another heavyweight fight. What do you think of that fight? We've got Joshua who's quiet and not very open.
It's coming. I know it's coming.
You better know it.
Okay. He gives you every time. That's what you're going to be able to do. I know.
You gotta be able to turn it over.
That's right.
I want it one more time.
You want one more? Okay.
I got greedy.
I'm not letting you get this one.
You ain't gonna let me get this one. Watch this. You see where you at now? Huh? Where you at? Ah. Ha ha.
Come on, wait.
1 on 1. 1 on 1. You beat 1 on 1. I won that. Come on.
All right, this is the last one.
Last one. Make sure you ain't going nowhere this time.
He got you.
He got you.
He got me. It's amazing. All these years and he's still got that speed, man.
Question to Chris Sr. You are a prolific boxing champion, certainly British, worldwide, etc. Your record is incredible, but you did also say a while back, I believe when you were still in professional boxing, that boxing is a mug's game, whereas today you're paying tribute to the art of boxing, as you said, the art of professional boxing. So where did you turn a corner? What's made your mindset change?
No, my mindset has not changed. I can close your question down with one sentence. With one question. Is it a mug's game? Ask that to the family of Gerald McClellan. Should I go on? Enough said?
I'll take your answer, that's good.
I have a lot more. Keep on pushing. Because I will hurt you with language. I will hurt you with truth. Is it a mug's game? Oh my goodness. You pick a name, you know. I can remember Gary Mason. Gary Mason. Remember him? Huh? What if I was to say to you that in my view, why was he riding a bike? Why was he riding a bike, having been a British champion? And European champion. Why? Money. Who took that money? You want to hear language? You know, I hear a lot of people saying, I'm stealing my son's limelight. So someone else should be in my position? Who? Who is more qualified than I? The last time I looked, there's a guy called Joe Kawasaki. He has 46 fights and 46 wins. Last time I looked, he's not looking for a job as a coach. Who better than me? Who's tasted the bitterness of a beating? Who has been in a position where I could have wet myself in one particular fight, the beating I was taking was so bad? Who has been there? Who has won world championships? Who has been a front runner, a door opener? Who launched Box Office on Sky with 8 fights in 1 year? In 1990, when I won the world championship, get this. I look back at the pictures now. In the picture, I see myself. My lip is hanging down. I'm bruised and I'm crying. In the background are strangers. The only man who isn't a stranger is my Ronnie here, my family. Everybody else are strangers. Where was my daddy? Huh? Where was my brothers? My brothers were at ringside. They should have been in the ring with me, which is why his siblings will be in the ring with him and I will be there. One, there's no one more qualified than me to be there with him. I'm not stealing his limelight. How can I? I've got nothing on him. He's the person doing the fighting. Me, I'm doing what I should be, protecting my fighter. And if you don't like that term, then my son. In those pictures, when you look, I only see strangers. I would never do that to him. Never. What's he going to ask me in 15 years? Dad, where were you? Was there someone more qualified than you to be in the position? I have to be next to him. You want some more?
No, that's good. So basically you're saying that with your knowledge, you're negating the possibility of boxing being a mug's game for your son.
Right, so this term, mug's game.
Before we start, can we have some theme music to the Braveheart? In the background.
This is a trade. This is a trade. Some call it inhuman flesh. These men, Nick, my son, fighters, they do a noble job. Okay, and as Adam Booth once said to me, in a stadium, The only two honest people, if you lift the roof off of the stadium, the only two honest people are the men fighting. Fight me. People say you're difficult, Mr. Eubank. Mick here. Mick, I told Mick some awful words when we first met because he said something to me. Why am I difficult? Because I've been misled by the people who control. Because I've been mismanaged. I'm never gonna allow that to happen to my boy. Never. You can't move me. I'm not going anywhere.